But I used to struggle with a weight problem. I don't struggle with it anymore. I have weight, it goes with me. It's no problem. But for the longest time, and I thought in order to be happy and successful in this world, that I had to be a very thin person. And part of that is because of the time period I was raised in. Because I was raised back in the 70s, the late 60s and 70s, and who was our role model back then? Twiggy, that's right. And for those of you that have never heard of Twiggy, I think the name gives you a pretty good idea. In fact, let me give you a visual reference. If she was standing here and I was standing next to her, they'd have to call me Trunky. In fact, here we are. And all of my peers were Twiggy as well. Unbelievable. And what were we wearing back in the 70s? We were wearing hot pants and mini skirts and hip huggers and tube tops. And I could wear the tube tops. It took 3 tops to cover all my tubes. But I like to point that out because that was our pressure on us back then to be thin. And if you think about it, what we wore in the 70s is exactly what they're wearing today, what the youth of America is wearing today. In fact, I was with my 23-year-old niece not too long ago, and I said to her, you know, I had a pair of bell-bottoms just like that when I was your age. And she said to me, these are not bell-bottoms, they are flares. I said, well, then they're in the witness protection program. Because I had the same pair. And if you think about it, they are wearing what we wore in the 70s. They just renamed everything. Let's see, we wore hip huggers, now they're called low riders. We wore bell bottoms, now they're called flares. We wore pedal pushers, now they're called capris, right? I mean, some things do change because they wear flip-flops and we called those thongs, and now that strap is someplace else.